Is it just us that's made it?
There are other isolation stations.
This wasn't a drill, was it?
Not with the experiment at the critical point. Professor Jackson would kill someone for interrupting his research.
It's so quiet. Why have the alarms and tannoy messages stopped? Do you think they're all...
I don't know. Shield integrity is holding. We can be thankful for that.
What if there's no one else left?
Don't say that.
What if...
Let's find out. This is First Technician Marlow. There has been an uncontrolled release of chronon energy. The base has been sealed. All personnel, please report in.
Hello?
Who are you? Are you the rescue team?
I'm here to help. I'm the doctor.
Who?
Where are we?
I thought I told you to stay inside the TARDIS.
You did, but then when has that ever stopped me? So? Where are we?
Eris Prime. As for when, a few hundred years into your future.
Well, that could be fun.
Fun it is definitely not.
What's wrong?
Wrong?
You always get irritable when something's wrong.
Nothing's wrong. Could you make me a cup of tea?
And evasive. What's up? That bell thing is still ringing inside the TARDIS. Is that important? Okay, so it is important, a mere mortal that I am. I didn't realise. Look, have I done something wrong, or do you want to explain why you're ignoring me?
Sorry, preoccupied. You need to go back inside the TARDIS.
I miss the excitement of Eros Pride.
Eris Prime.
Yeah, like I said.
It's dangerous out here.
Normal day's work then. Looks a bit rural, but I can't see any alien hordes waiting to kill us in imaginative ways.
It's not supposed to be rural. Eris Prime is the Earth Empire's first significant experiment into temporal manipulation.
Time travel. You can already do that.
I can, yes. I know what I'm doing.
And they don't?
They seem to think decelerating antiprotons and smashing them into accelerated lead hadrons will create a viable method of time travel. You create chronons, but without control. It's about as effective as putting your fingers into an electrical socket to dry your hair.
You lost me at antiprons. I get the picture, though. Not safe.
Right, I'll be as quick as I can.
If you think I'm staying here, you are very mistaken.
Macy.
Which way is the research centre?
Macy.
No more discussions. I'm coming with you.
The research centre is this way.
Oh.
All personnel should proceed immediately to the nearest designated shelter station. Emergency Containment Teams 6 and 7, please report to Particle Accelerator Node 14. Section Alpha is to be evacuated of all non-essential personnel.
Come on!
I can't. Let me catch my breath.
We don't have time. The shelter station is in the next section.
Help me!
Can you stand?
My leg!
Lean on me.
Now where? The path seems to come to an end by those bushes.
This isn't a path.
No, what else would you call it?
It was a road. Admittedly, it's now rather perished with a build-up of moss and grass. And this isn't a thicket, but it's some sort of building. Overgrown. Macy, no!
But there's a way in.
This isn't a very good idea. Exactly why this isn't a very good idea.
Is that a real...
Skeleton, yes. Come on, let's get some fresh air.
Why would they just leave a body to decompose like that?
I don't think they did. Look around you, what do you see?
I don't know, trees, woodland, plants?
And what is the vegetation doing?
I don't understand.
Look closely.
I don't know, moving in the breeze, I guess?
But there is no breeze. The vegetation isn't being blown about, it's growing. Time is accelerated here. A few seconds in our time stream is days in this timeline.
But how? Why aren't we getting older?
The TARDIS is protecting us. That's why you need to stay close.
Plasma backdraft in Sector J56. Fire crew to attend. There has been an uncontrolled release of chronon particles. All non-essential personnel are to report to the nearest shelter station. Containment teams 9 and 10 are to report to Hadron Vent, access door 541.
But this shelter isn't validated yet. We can't use it.
The paperwork is on Jackson's desk. It was checked this morning. Come on, we haven't got time to discuss it.
Emergency crews to sector B56. Containment teams 3...
It's a good job I healed quickly. My legs are scratched to ribbons.
Stand still, don't move.
What?
There.
The research centre?
No, just there. Can't you see it? That blue tinge in the air.
What about it?
It's not unexpected. Half a house brick. I wonder where I picked that up.
I won't bother to ask you why you keep that in your pocket.
Now for a quick experiment.
Where did it go? Do I mean when?
I've no idea, but you were right when you said when. Take my hand. It's an intersection between two time zones running at different rates, or different present moments. We need to step through at the same instant to make sure we end up in the same place.
And there was me thinking you were being romantic.
The merest thought hadn't entered my... You're teasing me again, aren't you?
Got it in one. Well, that felt weird.
Always puts your teeth on edge passing through in time interfaces.
Well, the research centre doesn't look any different.
Without the TARDIS, it's difficult to tell what the difference between the two time zones is. We know the last one was accelerated. This one could be the true present moment or sometime in the past or the future. The zones of temporal discontinuity don't follow any logical pattern.
Reactor monitors report green status. We're clear across the board.
Well, then we are ready to make history.
Was that a joke, sir?
What? Oh, very probably, my dear, very probably. Time to start the recording.
Recording started. Would you care to say a few words by way of introduction?
What, now?
Yes, sir, your speech.
Ah, yes, right. Long has mankind wondered at the complexities of the universe. The human race has achieved much these last 1,000 years. We have mapped our own world, used machines to fly, we adventured into space, unlocked matter transmission, warp drive, and now we stand on the brink of the greatest discovery, mastery of time itself. With our particle collider, we intend to generate a discrete package of chronons, that is, time particles for the uninitiated. This bottle be ready for experimentation and study. Yeah, that should be enough for the media. Start the countdown.
Surely, Professor, you are forgetting the routine safety checks.
Are you questioning my authority as project director?
Not at all, Professor. Merely cautious. Earth Society has committed trillions of credits to make this project possible. The eyes of many worlds are upon us. It would be unfortunate for us to rush headlong and fall at the first step.
Bloody green lizard.
Careful, Professor. Such talk is still considered racist.
Do I care? He should go back to Earth and crawl back into the ground like the rest of his race did.
Is there a problem?
Not at all, Minister Salaar. We are just ensuring that we have the latest version of the safety check manuals.
Excellent. I will assist.
Why don't you... you would get a better view from the gallery.
I prefer to remain here, as my duties require.
Locked.
Are you sure it's an automatic door?
Well, there's no handle, and the handy keypad on the wall is rather a clue.
Unless you're meant to push it inwards, and that's a doorbell.
Smart ass.
Oh? Okay, you win.
When is a locked door not a locked door?
Boys and their toys, just sonic it and let's get inside.
Deadlocked.
Maybe there's a back way in.
This is the back way. Security protocols are in place, I'd say. Time to try out the new amber setting.
How many more colours?
Amber setting overrides a deadlock seal. Well, most deadlock seals, probably.
It's not exactly subtle!
I may have to work on the stealth aspect, but I'd say definitely no points for the deadlock.
It's a bit musty.
Plenty of oxygen, though.
Seems deserted. Where is everyone?
That is a very good question.
Oh, we're not going to find more decomposing corpses, are we?
I'm afraid it is a possibility. We need to get to the main control room.
What are we supposed to do when we get there?
Shut the experiment down.
And that will repair the damage?
Not exactly.
Well, then how?
I am a Time Lord. I am qualified in such matters. Just a case of finding the correct solution. Intersection. So do we take the corridor to the left or to the right or go straight on?
Left.
Right. Left.
Right.
Shall we go straight on?
This is First Technician Marlow. There has been an uncontrolled release of chronon energy. The base has been sealed. All personnel, please report in.
Over there.
Hello?
Who are you? Are you the rescue team?
I'm here to help. I'm the doctor.
Who?
Do you ever get bored of that question?
Not now, Macy. Who are you?
First Technician Marlow. We're in Shelter Station Alpha 19. Admin Keller is with me. It's just the two of us. Have you met any other survivors?
That I'm afraid I can't say at the moment.
What's the radiation like out there?
There are time distortions. We'll make our way to you just as soon as we can. I suggest you make yourselves comfortable. It may take us some time to reach you.
Plasma fire is out of control. We have uncontrolled temperature increases in multiple containment sections. We have lost contact with the emergency teams 1 to 6. All non-essential personnel are instructed to report to the nearest designated shelter station. We should leave too.
You go.
Salaar?
I shall remain.
Containment breached.
It's going. The core is breaching.
Are we going to die?
What have we done?
Take my hand. Chronon release, there's about to be an incident.
I thought you said that had already happened.
Yes, it has already happened, but it's still happening and is yet to happen. It all depends on your relative perspective. I need to find out what caused the event, the exact circumstances.
When in doubt, ask a computer?
Where?
On the wall behind you. Is it deadlocked?
Would you believe not even password protected anymore?
It's a good thing you're not a criminal. They could have evacuated. Research establishments are hot on health and safety. You know, fire drills, emergency evacuation procedures. Maybe we'll find one of those maps. You know, you are here, your nearest fire exit is here.
Possibly, but perplexing as it sounds, they probably wouldn't have had time to evacuate. The temporal fracture occurred in a very specific moment in time, splintering through the time vortex. There was and will be no way to detect its inception within the current time frame. Luckily, the TARDIS noticed it.
You know, you are a very confusing person to be around at times. There, now I'm doing it. Isn't there another word I can use?
Time. A very grand but very simple and versatile word. Back home we had an entire dialect to provide different intonations for the various types, meanings and uses of the word time.
I guess that could help avoid confusion. I don't suppose you could teach me.
It took me years to learn the basics and I still failed the exam 3 times. I failed most of my exams 3 times. Always much better at the practical.
Oh, perhaps I'll give that a miss then.
Found it. Events log. There was a problem with the magnetic containment field, and the equipment wasn't cooling correctly, caused by a heat exchanger problem. Plasma vented and ignited, and the fire caused a breach in the intermix area. An uncontrolled release of chronon energy and...
Bang.
Have you noticed this?
A metal wall. Is it important?
Very. It's chronodyne.
As usual, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Chronodyne, it's used in temporal shielding.
Nope, I still haven't a Scooby-Doo. Are you trying to say this metal stops time particles or something?
Exactly, it stops chronons.
I'm guessing that's good.
It means there are shielded areas. There is at least a chance that someone is alive here, holed up somewhere.
What happened to the lights?
I'm not sure. Emergency systems will cut in a few moments. Oh, better than being in pitch black.
Only just, though. Ah!
Are you okay?
I've hurt my ankle.
Oh, let me get some proper light sorted and I'll take a look.
Where is everyone else?
Oh, plenty of other shelter stations. I just happened to know this one was back in operation. No power. I can't see a thing with the emergency lights.
There should be a torch with a med kit.
Got it. Oh, you look pale.
I'm okay. It's just my ankle hurts.
Well, here, you hold the torch whilst I get your boot off.
Hey, look what I found. A map. Can't get the case open.
Let me.
I can manage. And voila. You're not the only one with clever gadgets.
You hit it with your shoe.
So, got the map, didn't we?
And committed vandalism in the process.
I know. Have you seen what I've done to the strap? Have you got a safety pin? The next planet better have an intergalactic equivalent of Kenneth Cole. So which way?
Left at the next intersection.
It's probably just a bad sprain.
It's getting cold.
No power. I don't understand. The emergency backup system should have cut in by now.
We'll still get air, won't we? If there's no power, the ventilation systems won't function.
What's that noise?
I don't think this is a very wise idea.
It's coming from in here. Says it's the canteen.
Oh, don't tell me you're hungry.
Maybe a quick snack. They might have chocolate.
This is the 23rd century, Macy. Chocolate has been illegal for nearly 200 years.
Oh.
Carefully now. Quietly, stay back.
Children. What are children doing in a research facility?
They're not exactly children.
Well, babies and... These aren't kids, are they?
I'd say not. This isn't a creche. These are some of the staff. For them, their personal timelines have been rolled back and they've regressed to childhood and beyond.
Beyond? Oh, that is disgusting. Is it dead?
For now.
Can we talk to them? The older ones, I mean. They don't seem to be aware of us, they're just looking through us.
We must exist in a separate current time frame. Which means we can't interact. That could be problematic. If we can't interact, we can't stop what's going on.
Then we have no choice.
But the shelter stations are not tested.
They are the only viable option.
Will you give the instruction?
Professor Jackson?
Order all personnel to shelter stations.
Time to leave, I think. But perhaps not that way. Another instability.
There's another door at the other end.
Come on.
Do you miss your wife?
Pardon?
I wasn't snooping. I happened to notice it on the personnel database. You're married.
I believe the term legally separated is more accurate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no need to be.
I am.
Don't worry, it's okay. What more should I have expected? Well, she was a high flyer in the Earth colonies, and I'm a technician on a scientific charade 139 light years away.
Now where? All these corridors look the same to me.
With subtle differences. There must be an intersection around here somewhere.
Don't you ever get bored of running up and down corridors?
Depends what I'm running to or running from. That's the interesting part.
Don't you ever fancy just putting down some roots and staying in one place?
I tried it once, though not through choice. At unit, drove me to distraction. Well, gadgets and boys' toys mainly. Just couldn't get used to waking up in the same time period on the same planet. The predictability of changing seasons.
I like the changing seasons. Walking through leaves in autumn, misty winter mornings. First buds of spring, complaining that it's too hot or too cold or too wet in summer.
I suppose those things have a place, but why wait a whole year to experience them? Cross passage.
Hold on, give me a hand. Are you okay?
I think so. I was expecting to be a solid floor, though, not empty space.
You'd think they'd lock a door with a 30-metre drop on the other side.
Depends on whether there's supposed to be a drop on the other side or not.
I don't get you.
Corridors are supposed to lead somewhere, certainly not into a big empty space and a hole in the ground. Look over there on the other side.
There's another bit of corridor, and a door beyond.
Which means...
The place where the walkway should be is in a different time zone, one before the walkway was built.
Or sometime after its demolition, but yes, well done.
You know, if anyone else patronised me like that, I'd kick them in the shins.
Me patronise? Never.
So we need to find another way round.
That we do.
We have insufficient power for emergency teleport of staff.
And if we divert the power to the teleports,
Don't be an idiot. The containment field would instantly collapse.
then the evacuation of all staff, how long would that take?
Longer than we have before the field collapses.
Admit it, we're lost.
But how can we lost? We have a map.
But you don't know where we are.
Admittedly, I wasn't expecting those stairs or the lack of exits to the other levels, but we must be heading in the right
You stopped talking. Why did you stop talking?
Sorry, I thought I...
There, you did it again. Please tell me this isn't some weird time thing.
This isn't some weird time thing. I thought I saw...
Will you stop doing that?
Wait here. Don't move. I mean it. Literally, don't move. Don't go anywhere. Not one step. I'll be right...
Back.
There's no need to hide. I saw you. You're here for the same reason as me. Now stop sulking in the shadows and... Hello, old thing. I would ask what you're doing here, but given the current situation, I suspect you came in response to. Nice to see you're fully recharged. Or you're just taking advantage of the current... I do realise I'm wittering, so what's your plan? Yes, plan. As in, how do we solve this? What do you mean it hasn't even started yet? You're talking in riddle. No, wait.
Doctor? I don't care what you said. I'm out of here. Doctor, there you are.
Macy, what are you... Are you all right? I thought I told you to stay where you were.
That blue mist stuff is right behind me.
Time for a quick exit.
Who are you talking to just then?
An old acquaintance.
Is the containment field stabilising?
We need more generators.
Tech crew reports that the fire is too intense. They are unable to get close enough to install more field generators.
What is the current status of the containment field?
Still well within operational tolerances.
But failing, estimating 17 minutes until collapse.
We need to decant those chronons.
Not possible. The system is locked out by the fire.
We shall consider the safety of personnel our priority.
Here, I've made you a drink, tomato soup. It's cold, I'm afraid. No way to heat it up.
Oh, thanks. Cold tomato soup it'll have to be. And how are the store situation looking?
I couldn't see, because you got the torch. Ow!
Oh, you really should stay off that ankle.
I can manage. Going to have to if it's just the two of us. Any luck with the controls?
I don't understand. The power is registering, but I can't seem to get anything to function.
Why don't you take a break? You'll make yourself ill working round the clock.
Oh, all right, 10 minutes. Administration Assistant Keller, you seem to know all about me. Tell me about you.
Not much to tell. 22, single, not been very lucky in love so far. Not particularly looking for Mr. Right, but would be nice. Was bored on Earth and, well, this seemed like it could be an adventure.
And it turned out to be a dead-end job in the arse end of nowhere. Sorry, Keller, I didn't mean to say.
It's okay, I've got 3 older brothers. And it's Therese.
Oh, okay, Therese, I'm Si.
What are you looking for?
A cat.
A cat? You mean the cat from the TARDIS?
Yes, I saw her a few minutes ago, but I think we were out of sync with each other and she got spooked by the zone of instability.
Doctor?
Gone to ground.
Doctor?
What is it? Macy, don't move.
Don't worry, I wasn't going to. What's happened?
You're caught in a time eddy.
I'm assuming that's not good.
Bad, very bad.
Thanks. Just get me out of here.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for something.
If you're trying to find the cat, it's just gone round the corner.
Aha!
Now what are you doing?
The Chronodyne shield has to be effectively earthed somehow. Probably by connecting it to the cyclotron hub. At least that's how I do it. If you create an induction loop around the time eddy, I might be able to short out the time differential.
I have no idea what that means.
But it sounded good.
Quite a lash up, but you keep your fingers crossed.
So what now?
I thought I said keep your fingers crossed.
How is that supposed to help, Hal?
What's wrong with your voice?
My voice?
As if... I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that.
Professor Jackson, I would speak with you.
I am rather busy at the moment.
I would speak to you now.
What do you want?
Explain why I have not been kept informed. Tell me of the death of one of our staff. Tell me why you proceed when a life has been extinguished.
Tech crew reports containment generators in position. We need to divert power. I will need your approval.
What? Where? Therese?
You fell asleep again. You need rest.
Not until I get the air controls working again. We need power for proper light and food and air.
It's stifling in here.
Oh, there could be a fire somewhere heating up the air out through the filters. Let's hope it burns itself out or the automatics activate. Oh, plasma fires can be nasty.
You think we'll be here for the long haul, then?
I guess it depends on the severity of the incident. Oh, there could be a rescue team in the corridor outside.
But we might have to face facts. And we could be the only survivors.
If so, 3 months for a rescue mission from Earth. As to the radiation levels outside, no way to tell.
Then I hope you don't mind if I dispense with your official uniform jacket.
I won't tell if you don't.
Cat? Cat, I need you. I need you now, in this present moment. What's going on? Oh, don't come the raw prawn with me. You know what I mean. What is it with you and fish? Macy is trapped in a time eddy. You know what's going on, and you know what's going to happen. So stop jumping around the timelines and help me. Que sera? Que sera? What's that supposed to mean? I know what the translation is, but what do you mean by it?
Doctor! Do something!
It's starting to collapse. Hold on.
I can't! Doctor! Doctor!
It's clearing.
What the...
Oh, don't trouble yourself. I can get up by myself.
Caroline? Where's Macy?
Who's Macy?
How did you get here?
With you? In the TARDIS?
Right. What exactly is happening here?
Well, I was trapped in that time eddy thing. You haven't been affected by it, have you?
I'm not entirely sure. Cat?
Where did the cat come from?
Chronon production is tailing off.
Has the containment been controlled?
Portable field generators are being installed.
Understood. Sir, the surgical unit reports that Technician Phillips has died.
What?
I have received a report of a plasma thermocouple failure.
A fire team has been dispatched.
You will keep me better informed.
Sir, Technician Phillips.
His loss is unfortunate, but look what we have achieved.
Would you care to elaborate?
Oh, you expect me to explain a time eddy to a time lord? I only just get string theory.
I wasn't actually talking to you.
Pardon me.
Well? Well, try. I'm expecting your assistance this time, and there is no getting out of it. I mean it. You will help, and if you don't, I will track you down, and you will learn the worst things about being a cat and why you need 9 lives. That isn't a threat. It's a promise. Don't just run off. Honestly.
Problem?
You could say that.
Well, you did come over a little antagonistic.
You haven't seen the half of it.
Can I help?
Actually, I think you might be part of the problem.
Sorry. I'm usually quite good with animals.
The phrase point missed springs to mind.
Why is it getting so warm in here?
I don't know. Temperature has risen by 8 degrees and climbing.
Can you fix the environmental controls?
Can't fix anything with no power.
Progress report.
Radiation levels increasing. We are detecting chronon particles, confirming we have chronons.
Ha! They scoffed at me.
Whereas I congratulate the achievement, we must address the containment issues.
Begin emergency containment procedures. I trust that meets with your approval.
Dispatching containment team. What? Sir, the medic team reports that Technician Phillips has been taken to the surgical unit.
Why? What's happened?
Plasma thermocouple ruptured. They are assessing him now. The fire crew has been dispatched.
Where are we going?
I'm not sure about you, but I'm going to try and stop a time experiment.
I thought that was what we were supposed to be doing.
We? You've only just got here.
Are you feeling all right?
Sorry?
Are you feeling all right?
Perfectly well, thank you. It's a situation that's wrong.
Have I done something wrong? Because you're looking at me as if I've stepped in something.
It's not your fault, and I promise I'll get you home just as soon as I can.
Home? I don't want to go home. It's great travelling with you again.
Travelling with me? Since when?
Have you hit your head? Or are you playing a trick on me?
No head trauma, though a considerable headache.
I've been travelling with you again for months. You invited me back on board.
Doesn't sound like something I'd do.
Well, you did. I think we were both lonely.
I'm never lonely. I'm beginning to understand. We've jumped a timeline. Well, I have, or you have, or Macy has, or maybe we all have, just in different directions. Have you still got the map?
What map?
The map from the wall showing the layout of the complex.
Not seen any map. You said we'd rely on your unerring sense of direction.
Well, that certainly sounds like something I'd say.
So, which way?
That way. What's wrong?
This door's hot. It feels hot.
I can't take this heat.
Drink some more water.
Ah, it's warm.
We'll have to make do. The chillers aren't working.
Plasma fire behind the door.
Not good then.
We need to find another way around. You decided to come back then? You can't be serious. I'm not opening that door. You know what plasma fire does to living tissue. You're mad. Why should I trust you? I trust you. Caroline, take cover.
What?
Undercover. Now. I can't risk anything happening to you, not with a quantum flux in her. Now, as for you, if I singe a single thread of my coat, you're in serious trouble. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
The flames. They're going backwards.
Very clever. I do the same to get Macy back. This isn't over. Caroline, come on. Let's get through.
The temperature is dropping.
Excellent, excellent. Good work, that man.
Why has there been a temperature fluctuation? The procedure shows...
Nothing significant. Everything is under control.
Tech team reports a microfracture in one of the thermocouples. Plasma is leaking into the coolant system. That's what's causing the temperature fluctuations.
We should close down the intermix.
Too late. Intermix in 10 seconds.
Hey, wake up. I've got some good news.
What?
Put your hand next to the vent.
It's cold. The air's cold.
The fire must be out. Come and sit by the vent and cool down. I've got some water chilling already.
Give me a hand. My ankle's swelling up again.
Here, I made you something.
How did you?
I unbolted part of one of the bunks and, hey presto, a ready-made crutch.
What was all that about?
It's a long story.
That wasn't a cat, was it?
No.
The TARDIS translates all languages?
Quite right, it does.
You could understand the cat talking, but I couldn't.
Because the TARDIS didn't need to translate. The cat was talking Gallifreyan.
Gallifreyan? It's a Time Lord?
Not exactly.
Alignment calculations are confirmed and verified.
Then we may proceed.
Sir, I'm receiving reports of a temperature rise in the magnetic field generators.
Begin emergency procedures.
Not working.
It's not very appetizing, I'm afraid.
It's food, isn't it?
Lamb hot pot, it said on the packet. It's not exactly hot, but it's the last of the food.
Well, then we should save it. And we don't know when the rescue would come.
We've got plenty of water, so at least we won't die of dehydration. I've reconstituted it now. It'll only go off.
Are you not eating?
I'm not hungry.
Why?
There was only one meal left, and you're working repairing the console.
Oh, alright, we'll share it, okay?
Okay, just a few mouthfuls.
Begin phase alignment calculations and verify. Assistant Director Salaar, would you mind using another monitoring station? This one is in use.
Apologies, Professor Jackson. I did not mean to invade your personal space.
Stupid bloody thing.
Hey, what's up?
I've traced the circuits back to the shields. The fault has to be outside. Power's not getting to us. It's so cold I can't feel my fingers to refix the cover plate.
Do you need to?
Oh, if we're going to maintain shield integrity...
Give me your hands, let me warm them.
Oh, you're colder than I am.
It's freezing in here.
Are there any more blankets?
If we wrap ourselves in all blankets, we won't be able to move.
Come here. Give me a hug.
Hadron transfer completed. Accelerating. And to speed.
Is the magnetic field stable?
There have been no further problems with the magnetic field.
APD reporting that their antiprotons are decelerating.
Excellent. Begin synchronization.
Why is it so dark?
Power's out in this section. Hang on. We don't want to go base over apex, do we?
Base over apex? Oh, you mean as so...
There, that's better.
Sai, wake up.
Huh? The lights are on. When?
One moment it was dark, the next...
Oh, we've got power. Activating the environmental controls. Soon have you warm.
I was rather enjoying the other way. I'm not complaining, but you need a shave.
I'll see what I can manage later. But there has to be someone out there who's switched the power on, though. If we've got power, the comms could be working.
And the food replicators.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Did you hear that?
It's coming from over there.
Hello? Can anyone hear us?
Magnetic containment at full. GHC and APD at speed. We are ready to begin particle injection.
Good show. What do you say to that, eh? Right on track, exactly as predicted.
Whereas I appreciate the progress made so far, I would prefer to see the conclusion of the experiment before I offer my congratulations.
Do you people ever show an optimistic side?
Shall I dial some more coffee?
Any more and I'll never sleep again.
What's taking them so long?
They didn't say how bad the damage was. Look how long they've been working on trying to get to us. We must be under tons of rubble. Could take another few months yet.
Now that we're going to be rescued, I'm not complaining, unless...
Unless...
Well, you still want to see me when we get out?
Don't be daft, of course I will.
Shelter Station Alpha 19, this is where they are.
I'll try to get through on the communicator.
Door's deadlocked.
So what do we do? Nothing can open a deadlock.
Amber setting, Will.
What's amber setting?
It's not working. And one more thing that's been affected. Interesting. Right. Time to do it the old-fashioned way. Thermal lance mode. Tell them to stay back from the door.
They are still coming, aren't they?
Just a few more hours. You'll see.
Good.
Why don't you take a nap?
You'll wake me when they get here?
I promise.
Good.
I love you, Administration Assistant Keller.
And I love you too, Technician Marlow. It's funny, you know, it's been years since we called each other those names.
To me, it only seems like yesterday.
Blast. I must have burned through the power coupling to the door. Come on, brute force it is. Get back into it.
Tonight, Matthew, we'll be your rescuers. What? Is this the right section?
Yes. Very homely.
Then where are they?
You're looking at them.
Where?
Dust on the floor. They've been dead for thousands of years.
But we were just talking to them on the screen.
Yes, but we were separated in time. We opened the shield and the differential was removed.
We killed them?
No, not at all. In our timeline, they were already dead. It's just a twist of temporal physics that allowed us to talk to them. Let's get through this section. Mind where you tread. If we can stop the time experiment, we might be able to save them.
Magnetic Field Monitoring Station 3 confirms that the heat exchanger is now functioning correctly. Magnets now rapidly cooling to -270 degrees. Manual recalibration of the containment field is complete.
About bloody time. Now, if there are no further objections, commence the countdown.
Stand still.
What now?
It's another interface. Hands.
What the hell?
Time is running at a different speed here.
Are those flames?
Can you help us? We're not going to be able to get through. Come back! We can't just walk through the flames after you. Or can we? Time is running at a different speed, so the thermal ratios would be...
You're not serious.
You've seen people walk across hot coals. Principle's the same. Time is slowed here. If we take a run at it, we'd be moving faster than the flames. You trust me, don't you?
Sometimes I question why.
Ready? Just run, straight on, no stopping.
Try to keep up.
Stay close!
If you've quite finished with the safety inspection, the eyes of the Earth Empire are upon us.
You may now proceed.
About bloody time. Commence. What now?
Magnetic Field Monitor Station 3 reports a spike in the magnetic containment grid. They are requesting instructions.
Is there a problem?
Nothing the procedure doesn't allow for. Tell them to check the coolant field and manually recalibrate the field grid and report back when they're finished.
Professor Jackson confirms that you should check the coolant field.
I don't want any further delays.
Calibrate
This project was already 3 months behind when I took over.
Report back
I am not going to be delayed.
Will this procedure take time?
Not long.
Hey, look, command centre. This must be it.
Wait.
But we're here.
Taking everything into account, look through the door. But be careful, there's another interface there.
People. There are people in there.
Exactly. Look at the clock on the wall.
9:35.
The experiment hasn't started yet.
Eh?
Too convenient to be coincidence. Must be Cat. I wonder where she is.
Now what are you doing?
What's wrong with your voice?
We should consider the safety of personnel a priority.
Time travel. You can already do that.
I can, yes. I know how to do it.
Order. All personnel to shelter stations.
Is it just us that's made it?
There's been an uncontrolled release of chronon energy. All personnel, please report in.
Hello, I'm the Doctor, and this is, Caroline. Sorry to interrupt, but you need to stop the experiment.
Who are you? How did you get in here? Call security. Have these people removed at once.
Please, you must listen. You have no idea what devastation you're about to cause.
Devastation? Let me tell you, sir, we know exactly what we are doing.
You have theories, but can only guess at the conclusion to these events. Despite your fail-safes, your procedures, your precautions, this experiment will fail.
What are you suggesting?
That something is about to happen here. Something that is outside your control. Something you've not prepared for, and the consequences of which will affect every person in this facility. Every life form on this planet. It will spread out across time and space unless you stop what you're doing.
Oh, I don't have time to discuss these experiments with cranks.
Then I suggest you call security. Have us locked up. Your security isn't coming.
What have you done to them?
I've done nothing. You people are the cause of this. We're from a point in time several hours into your future, where time has already been damaged. You're isolated here. You can't get out and no one else can get in.
That's a lunacy.
It's true. Look at the doorway. Can't you see the time intersection?
Keep them quiet. You've got that third eye. You can guard them.
That is not my function.
Well, that didn't work.
Did you really expect it to?
They didn't even listen.
Can they not see the time interface? He looked straight at it.
Perhaps they're still part of events here and they can't perceive the change.
I have been detailed to detain you. If you are not already aware of my third eye,
Functions as an infrared emitter and is capable of stun and kill settings.
you are well informed. It has many functions, not only offensive ones. However, I would prefer not to resort to force.
I've never met a Salaarian before, but I have heard about your race.
Caroline? Please forgive my companion's discourtesy. She meant no offence by using the human slang term for your species.
Eh?
I take no offence. We have been known to refer to ourselves by the same.
I didn't expect to see you here on Eris Prime.
I'm a member of the Scientific Corps. The experiment is of considerable interest to the Triad. The Earth is dying. This experiment offers a chance to roll back the damage the ape descendants, the humans, did to our planet. I apologise for my use of the inappropriate term.
No offence taken, I'm not human. As for using time travel to undo the damage to Earth, I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. Believe me, I'm an expert.
Professor Jackson,
What is it?
Intermix magnetic controller reports a momentary fluctuation in the field integrity of section 456.
Has it stabilised?
They report yes.
Then no need to mention it to you-know-who.
Tell me, Salaar. Look at the doorway and tell me what you see.
You will be unable to escape the range of my...
We are not trying to escape. I need to be here now, please. Just look and tell me what you see.
I see a door.
You don't see the blue light?
I see nothing out of the ordinary.
What about in the electromagnetic spectrum?
What are you trying to achieve?
Please.
I can see... What is this phenomenon?
Caroline was telling the truth. That is a temporal intersection. The time zone on the other side of that light is the future, following the incident that is about to happen. The accident that people in this room were about to cause. We need to prevent it.
How is this possible? Who are you?
I'm known as the Doctor. I'm a Time Lord. I came to this planet when I detected the damage to the fabric of time.
The Doctor? You are known to my people.
Try not to hold that against him.
Caroline? We need to stop this experiment.
I cannot help.
At least you can get the person in charge to listen to what I have to say, just for a few minutes.
This is within my power. Professor Jackson,
What is it now?
this man may have information which we should hear.
What? You whistle? Containment breached.
What have we done?
You mean the cat from the
Would you
TARDIS?
expect me to explain a time eddy to a time lord?
Temporal dislocation. Cat. She can't hold time in check.
You mean the cat from the TARDIS?
That's different. Out of sequence.
Time is jumping forward. Caroline? Where's Macy?
Who's Macy?
Let's start the countdown.
You think so? Well, Professor Jackson, time to shake your cosy little perceptions. Just because you can't time travel yet, it doesn't mean to say someone else hasn't already achieved it. I'm here, from the future. Just a few hours and I'll prove it to you. It's 9:48 by your own chronometer. At 9:49 there'll be a spike in the magnetic containment of the intermix ring. Less than a minute to go if you'd care to wait.
Report on the functionality of the intermix ring.
No abnormal reports.
Just wait.
How do we know that you haven't contrived this situation?
Because it's not the sort of thing I do. Just a few more seconds.
You see? Nothing. Why are we even listening to this man? What now?
Magnetic Field Monitor Station 3 reports a spike in the magnetic containment grid. They are requesting instructions.
Is there a problem?
Nothing the procedure doesn't allow for. Tell them to check the coolant field and manually recalibrate the field grid and report back when they've finished.
Professor Jackson confirms that you should check the coolant field.
I don't want any further
manually
delays.
calibrate
This project was
the
already
field
3 months behind when I took over.
Report back
I am
on
not going to be
completion.
delayed.
Thank you.
You'll be delayed in a short while.
Is that a threat?
An observation. Shall we continue?
What was that?
Temporal dislocation. Cat, she can't hold time in check. The experiment continues as planned until a plasma thermocouple ruptures. A technician is injured and later dies. He'll be the first. The first of many. Stop this now, please!
Sir, we have reports of a plasma thermocouple has fractured.
That's different. Out of sequence.
Time is jumping forward. Now will you believe me?
We must suspend the experiment. Investigate the failure.
You do not have the authority to order a suspension.
Med team has been requested to attend Technician Phillips.
I take full responsibility for my actions, something we must all do. Order technical teams to vent the core, power down and suspend when safe to do so.
What's happening?
Time is changing. Moving on to a new track. I'm sorry, this is goodbye.
Goodbye?
You shouldn't be here. You don't belong here. When time resets, you go home.
But I don't want to go home.
Hi, is this seat free? It's a bit full in here today.
Everyone's taken the shutdown as an opportunity for some R&R. What?
Sorry, you're Cy Marlow, aren't you?
Yes?
Sorry, I'm not some mad stalker. I work in the resources department. Must have seen your stats file at some point.
Well, then you have me at a disadvantage.
Therese Keller.
The TARDIS. We did it. Or at least you did. Where's Macy?
Doctor, what are you doing out there?
What the... Caroline? Cat, what's going on?
Oh, is Cat all right?
She's exhausted. Aren't you, clever old thing? You need energy. Transfer to Earth, Cardiff, 21st century. There's a time rift there. You can recharge. But what's happened to Macy?
Doctor? Doctor?
I'm here, Macy.
Doctor Who, Cause and Effect, with Steve Green as the Doctor, Jemma Bassett as Macy, Alison Trace as Caroline, John Hicks as Marlow, Pam Hicks as Keller, Chris Boote as Jackson, Sarah Finnerty as Laury, and Mark Humphies as Salaar and Cat.